enough. They get to get the opportunities. I asked if Okocha is an elite player. When I will say this, Okocha is an elite player. I can argue it. Now, he won the World Cup. Belletti won the World player. No. Is he playing in a big club?
This world was at Barcelona and thrived in the presence of Lionel Messi. Where do you want him to get to again? And you say, okay, all the players there will be giving people too contributed. So Griezmann at the World Cup won a medal.
I'm waiting for him.
He said Barcelona.
English done too much.
To me, it's bringing not
Victor
Messi.
To me, I give it just.
Yeah. He was never. You have a Prieto, even Carlos Vela, Esa Alremendi. These were the top players at Real Sociedad. Clearly the top players. So you cannot. He was a prospect. He was a prospect. You expect from Gabi. I mean Gabi. Then first
Again, Real tries to find depth.
Do they want to do? Because you know how these guys have worked so hard to be there. Before now, they brought him Militao in the January transfer window, and then he's just trying to fight for a place, but you know how difficult it is when you have a like for a defensive spot. Lost to was it Levante? They lost 2-1 to Levante. I can't remember exactly. That was with 2 points or 4 points exactly. I do think they have defensive issues and they have to fix it. Pogba for Manchester United, much names as you want, because these guys, age is no longer on their side. Real Madrid right now, and if you think of who they want, he can stay with Real Madrid. He hasn't really done that. So personally, I want to say that I don't know where he's going to get them from, but he has got to fix his defensive lineup. For Sergio Ramos, I don't think he's going to be half at least.
He's young now.
He's young. But this season as well, you could see some mistakes he did. He made quite a lot of mistakes this season as well.
Too many games. So, that's just the thing. He's really rested.
He needs rest. The goalkeepers, they had to bring in Afonso from
They did a swap
from Paris Saint-Germain. They brought as well. So there are a lot of things that
Couture for a number one goalkeeping position.
Well, outside Areola, I think likes of Lunin is still a young star now in Oviedo, where he's just
is there Lucas?
Lucas is there.
Lucas is done too. To take those guys maybe sometime, maybe their time would come. But for Areola, I think that's the only man I feel can contend with Courtois. But something happened this season, something phenomenal for Courtois. He came into the season shaky, had a terrible last season, and started the season in a very, very bad shape. But it's his best coincided with Liverpool, with Real Madrid's best performance or best times of the season, and of course, if you want to even look at goalkeeper ahead of Thibaut Courtois, so I think it will take some. But there's a bigger problem now. The bigger problem, defense is porous. You might be in
the midfence now.
I'm telling you the back line.
Oh, okay.
The back line too, man. They need to. You don't allow the man to quench before you bring in a replacement. And if probably one or two keeps going the way it has been, especially very good run for your money if given the chance.
Talking about then loves Courtois, and he's going to keep being his number one. He's that nobody's going to be dragging that sport with him. And also Florentino Perez likes him as well, so I don't see any reason why would want to
don't keep waiting.
But those were the words that they came out to say. Zidane loves, just like as much as he loves Pogba, he wants Pogba from Manchester United to come down to Real Madrid. It's the same way he loves Thibaut. They brought in Thibaut Courtois. You could see that number one.
Let me just say this about. He's not a good coach. The Champions League.
No, it depends on what you mean.
I'm coming. You know that they're a good coach.
Why? How do you know?
Can you allow me? If you don't want me to, allow me to give you just.
Okay, then I will talk. Okay.
I've talked about. I said he's not a good coach, and he did Champions League 1, 2, 3. It's shocking, Abi, but I'll explain to you.
No, it's not shocking.
I'll explain to you. Just close your eyes for 30 seconds and imagine how does the Zidane side play.
Are we going to go back to that?
Allow me now.
Don't worry.
Allow me. How I am. Wait. Don't worry. Let me talk.
Number one.
Wait now, please. Close your eyes for a second.
Okay, we should close our eyes.
No, you don't. You open your eyes. No
okay.
problem. Just give yourself. You don't. If you sit down and tell how Conte sides, please, can tell La Liga in this first time in the season, absolutely. But does it have a pattern? And now where does it come in? Zidane plays first man for. Right now, you don't have that quality in Madrid. And check, he was struggling. He was bold enough to drop Martino for Fede Valverde. I mean, for Felamendi. Everything about the season changed. The best time Madrid came back and he started fluctuating. Zidane plays big time play. But when it comes to managers that know tactics and have the personnel to back them up against this your 11, then he struggles. That's what I'm saying. Now, you game against Barca when they beat Barca 2-0. Why let Odriozola go? Is he a good coach again? No.
That's inside.
Yes, you cannot.
I know your mathematical background.
Okay.
In mathematics, if x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2, it means x is equal to y.
Yes.
Obviously.
Which means if we cannot imagine how Zidane plays and how Ferguson plays, it means both of them are not good, according to you. I'm coming. Now, first you said we should close our eyes and imagine how Zidane plays.
Today's side.
Philosophy, you are not a good coach. That's another statement.
Good.
So, first, Victor tried to bring out that part. Liverpool have no place in this current era.
Let's
because
leave
they've not
Liverpool.
tasted the title. Alex Ferguson is the most successful coach to manage resources and bring out the best in them. Now, you look at the fact that Zidane was brought in his time to a particular. They have big players, yes. People probably maybe I didn't follow him too well. No other coach has done back-to-back Champions League titles. Back-to-back.
No. Let me correct you. Just say the modern era. Because Real Madrid has done how many before? Say the modern era.
In the history of the UEFA Champions
League,
to back. No other person, not even defined as philosophy. No, but waiting I explain to you, you go understand. Because you play passing. I tell you I do tiki-taka. You now say, okay, you have a philosophy. He's a defensive coach. Because I tell you, if you don't buy me defenders, I can't play. A league. Nobody cares about your pattern. That's not why you bring in a coach.
We know.
You bring in a coach to give you results. I don't know, but I've seen coaches being sacked because probably they are not.
So let me just take 30 seconds.
Because of philosophy. How you get the results.
Mourinho was sacked because of philosophy.
You sacked because of philosophy. But if you put it when that Arsenal has been doing philosophy since. Philosophy. How many trophies have they won with the philosophy? You know, you don't bring in a coach, a manager of any organization. He uses total football pattern.
I've said Ferguson before, and then coaches don't just coach, they manage. Now you might not be. He brought two qualities together.
A few years under his belt, and we
now. Can you listen to me again? Let me just repeat what I just said.
This one touch me.
Wait, you must touch that's the most.
Touch me.
Can you wait? You must touch me. He had something extra because they are talented.
He had grace.
That's something extra. I'm not talking about grace. Okay. Hard work. That's something extra. That's his managerial acumen. Is it Paul? I'm actually coming. Both manager the Premiership has ever seen. Does he laugh?
Yeah. He talked about we closing our eyes to think of the philosophy, to imagine the philosophy that Alex Ferguson plays, and now I'll tell you.
Zidane.
Now I'm going
to. Now I'm focused on Zidane.
No. In fact, you know, counter-attacking food somebody, and from that.
Serious?
Yes.
Well, we have to go on a short.
Straight. Put your hands in mine. Let me take you away.
Inside this COVID-19 palaver, sake of the Nigeria, all the banks make money where you save, no go down. The protection of your money na sure thing. When you go bank, we get license, go keep am. Just check say NDIC gets ticket for www.ndic.gov.ng. Go fill form to show say now you get the money. Or you fit send email give claims complaint at ndic.gov.ng. For more if gov.ng. NDIC, correct protection for your money with the bank.
Port Harcourt.
The table might just, this season will just be ending the way it is, and then the table toppers they will just coming through. Let's get to hear from you this after. SMS or WhatsApp messages to 0701 933 9962. Dorcas, let's take some messages.
Yes, we should. Oshman from RGB said, I had this argument yesterday with a friend concerning Madison. He is just. And so, thank you so much. And this one says, Sports Gang, please help me tell the Arsenal fans they should just forget about Champions League for this century. Instead, they should be thinking of how to qualify for Europa League next season. God's time for Mboiche. Good day, guys. I think Vardy is going to be an elite player. I promise Arsenal £500. In cast will understand. Gift Kingsley from Omuawa. That's what he said. Okocha is the most... Who is an elite player? Gift Ayanwu from HA. If you remember, we are all worried about the 2021 or so. Any changes in timing would cause as an elite player. Ibrahimovic is not. For a Barca and Chelsea fan, please find out between who were you rooting for? Okay, in the semi-final between Chelsea and Barca, that he means them the 2012 and not the 2018 Champions League? You answer that. And this one is saying, so give Dan, I think you choose your words wisely before answer is no. Peter Chibuzo from Point.
Phone lines, hello.
This one is saying Zidane, Raw, Sir Alex Ferguson, Statues, Justice from Lagos. Then this one is saying in 2018, this clothes team finished. Okay, this clothes and somebody in the studio is telling me that he is girl from Egypt. And then we've coming together with Paul Scholes in the midfield, best kid from Rumigbo.
Well, keep the calls coming through. Let's try and keep it strictly tech.
I'm glad we're keeping it so healthy because somebody would have boxed somebody. I believe Ferguson was just an attacking manager. No real or clear tactics were in his team. That's why he once went 150 something consecutive games without naming the same starting certain lineup. If you are an elite player, you must have played in the elite club. And Pep was doing philosophy and AC and Inter Milan, Kanu for Ajax and Arsenal, Amunike for Barca, amongst others. They know Black Africans and Nigerians. Okocha is overhyped by us. In fact, Okocha is a negative.
Let me clear something. Celestine Babayaro, even at Google, which African man has started breaking that jeans? Top club touched him. You had to go to Torino. They compensated him by making him the captain of the team the following season. Same way, both him made the coach the captain of the team just into his second season. Top sides, a Black African, a Real Madrid, a Manchester United, a Chelsea, even an Arsenal, a top side. That's what I mean.
While we try to get that, so guys, just start preparing your La Liga team Thursday. So just start preparing you.
Good afternoon. What this has to do with their philosophy? You know the cup Arsenal won, and it's through their philosophy we guys introduced. They won those cups. You know that one.
Which of the cups?
They won 7 FA Cup, 3 leagues.
The first
Champions League final and the Europa final.
All right.
Clubs are doing that with the world.
All
They
right.
cleared the ground before they build.
Okay.
And then they were.
Pick up, right? Yes. Well, keep the calls coming through. Let's get to hear from you this afternoon as we wrap things up. Today's Sports Live. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hold on.
Moses, keep it short and simple. Or Eric.
Yeah, someone is talking about Guardiola there that he just won
That contest, he said he was just making a point. He didn't take it to the extent you were taking it to.
Okay.
Calm down, eh? Thank you.
No fire.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
You know where you're calling us from?
My name is Stanley. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Stanley.
Actually, Ben supported the team. I don't think Zidane is
What's that not even?
And my community lady.
Good afternoon to you, Durigi.
Fortunately, it's like today, I don't monopolize us with the outside. God be the glory on your behalf. But for me, let me start from this, that if you take advantage of the blowing wind, go push down a plantain tree. After the wind, every time now the football who comes out, will blame it on the wind.
How old is he now?
It's like a pepper. I just want to leave you with a question. Demand the house rent from your neighbor. Where did these people go target to be?
You wicked
For
man.
me, if they want to end the league the way it is, then they should look at the club. I think is it Getafe also, the fifth,
Yeah.
the one on the 5th position.
It's Getafe.
Getafe, yes, and then give them compensation because the thing is, if you end up now, just like you said, they have a case. They are tied on almost everything.
Everything.
So what
Point and goal
happens?
difference.
Push out at the end of the day. Bottom line, anything one at the stop, please make the stoppage. No reach it here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, real gift. Sorry we lost that call, because let's take some few messages. You guys start getting your team of the season.
Yeah, Bad Commando says, please, philosophy is rubbish. If you come and make Nigeria win one. Okay, that message is Zidane is just a lucky man. Hi guys, I don't believe and will never believe that Ferguson is not a good coach, but I believe with you that Zidane is not a good coach.
Okay, we had Guardiola also in Barcelona. I think I'm a Barca fan. I'm also a native fan, but I think Zidane is a good coach.
Okay.
Then as for Griezmann, I think he's a good striker. I don't know what he needs to look at. He has been on everybody's head.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution. Today's Sports Live, welcome to the show.
Hello, Victor. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Destiny. I'm calling from Port.
Welcome, Destiny.
I like the show today. I was just like looking for you. I can't look at you to the field. I love the show today.
Thank you so much. Go ahead.
The whole point is spot on. I love it. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. Hello, Today's Sports Live. Sorry, we lost that call. Timmy, give us your steam of the season.
Look at me. Window talk when he goes and carries paper and this thing, and people will come in to say Zidane is a good coach. He is not what Guardiola will not do. What is Guardiola? We'll go. Okay, no, I'll still go with Ter Stegen. There's no way I would take Yano Black over Ter Stegen. Just the league positions alone. So Ter Stegen will go. What?
It's just a testament.
Thank you. Arthur Fernandez, he has done quite well for a team that have been trying to stay afloat for the season. For defenders, I would go with Navarro from Real Madrid and Ramos as well from Real Madrid. For midfielders, I'll go Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid. There's a left back. That's Osasuna player.
Who's your right back?
My right back is Ramos.
Ramos? Mm-hmm. Sergio Ramos?
Yes.
Go ahead, though.
Go ahead.
For midfielders, I go with Saul Niguez from Atletico Madrid, Sergio Busquets, and Cruz from Real Madrid as well. For attackers, I go with Lionel Messi, Benzema, and Nabil Fekir.
Okay. Timmy? Timmy, give us your team of
Sergio Ramos.
Timmy, give us your team of this.
My Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ter Stegen. We'll go in. I'll go with Ter Stegen. I think Cavallo for my left back position, Fede Valverde and Frankie de Jong will be my two holding midfielders. Everybody should know by now that I like two holding midfielders. Lionel Messi will play ahead of them. Then Nabil Fekir on one side. Ferran Torres, the Barcelona and the Valencia youngster on the right. This other guy on the left. Then my attacker, it has to be Moraes, Levante captain. What's it? Moraes, I think.
Yeah.
Enrique Moraes. It has to be him, Levante captain.
Wisdom?
Okay, well, they've tried. Courtois will be my goalkeeper.
Jesus.
Yes.
I always said I took Ter Stegen.
Maybe only that goalkeeper Doc has mentioned. It was really good. So about our position, I think
I'm always spot on.
He defense, but with Diego Carlos of Carlos, I think two of them. I was just thinking who I would pick. But let me stick with Diego Carlos of Sevilla, doing really well for them. They've managing to help them, guide them to where they are. Odegaard and Toni Kroos. Maybe on this side.
Assertion that is coming from Clifford. Someone is saying, coming from Nicolas Rumomasi. He said, Guardiola has a philosophy I call tic-tac virus. He thrived with. They found his cure. Even Pochettino, they cure. Steady because he just has only one plan, just like Mourinho. They don't last. Klopp has plan A to D, just like Zidane and Ferguson, so they will last long. I could remember vividly Klopp playing all defensive in the Champions League final. Your ability to tweak plans makes your opponent confused. Philosophy should be tweaked per match game. That is why Zidane is a great coach and will succeed anywhere. So I'm saying Zidane is a better coach. That is a better coach by far than Guardiola. Daniel Gibson from Port Harcourt. I say, please give a team without Messi. Messi is the highest goal scorer right now. It's not possible. And then one more before we go to the phone line. Harry from Port Harcourt says, good afternoon, everybody in the studio. Please tell Timmy that he is not the organizer of the EPL to say conclusively that they can't resume the league, whether today or next year. Liverpool will be champions.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Keep it short and simple. Today's Sports Life, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I come back.
Welcome. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I come back because of the text message Doc has just read that. Now, actually be calling Guardiola and you'll be calling your club. Is your club a coach?
What is your club? Is he a wheelbarrow pusher?
He's a ball boy. Thank you so much. Keep the calls coming through. Let's get to hear from you. 0817-000-951 and 0810-951-0951. Dorcas, seems like more text messages, but let's still hear from the caller. Today's Sports Live.
Yeah, good evening. Mbak calling from Norway.
Mbak, please keep it short and simple.
Yes, I want to talk about Alex Ferguson. Because people are talking about philosophy, closing your eye and know how club plays their football.
So that is his own philosophy.
Yes, no, it's good.
So he's the master. So for him to know all the philosophies and how to win them, he's the master of all philosophies.
God bless you, my brother. God bless you. You just hit the nail on the
Thank you
head.
so much for your contribution. Ferguson's philosophy is just go
cross the
He
ball.
knows all the philosophy.
cross and nod. Hello, today's Sports Live. Sorry, we lost that call. Dorcas, let's take some messages.
To our WhatsApp portal. Good afternoon to you all. Fergie is a counter-attacking manager, not a very good coach. I will be happy if, one, the quality of the player, and two, the club side or national team. Griezmann is not necessarily an elite player because he won the World Cup. Otherwise, you should also call Olivier Giroud an elite player since he won the World Cup with France. Hope from Rumo Kurushi. Then he's saying, hello guys, Tony is saying, when I listen to your La Liga team of the season, I shake my head. La Liga has declined. They can't stand EPL team of the season.
Jesus. Back to the phone lines. Today's Sports. That person might not be watching the La Liga.
This one,
He's not even watching the PL.
Before we go, we have messages. This one is saying wisdom has SS wisdom. Michael from Ajib. Wisdom, okay. And this one is saying, I totally agree with you that Zidane and Alex Ferguson is not they are not good coaches, but I totally disagree that Griezmann is not an elite player. And Marcelo, Toni Kroos, Messi, Morata, João Felix.
Morata!
Marcelo! So Ronaldo made Zidane a good coach.
Let's get back to the phone lines. Today's Sports Live.
Yeah, this is Peter, Chief the short and take. Why did they hate Barcelona like that? Is it because the capital is from Madrid? Why are they going to end the the Spanish league in that way?
It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do. Barcelona is on top now.
It will favor us.
It has nothing to do with
It's good. They are
Barcelona.
correct person. They should not.
Stop it. They should go there.
Ronaldo made Zidane a good coach. That is coming from Gleaning came. And he's saying, for me, Zidane is not a good coach. To me, was right after he won the Champions League. How many trophies has he won again? Why Guardiola is there winning trophies and hopefully he wins the Champions League with City. Sometimes Giroud is an elite player, 90 minutes, no touch ball, but he win World Cup. Bad commentary. So he's giving us his own La Liga team. He said, all black Felipe.
Yeah, Felipe.
Varane, Mendy, Carvajal, De Jong, and Benaja, Saul, Messi, Jose, and Jose, that's Justice from Lagos.
Last caller. Today's Sports Life. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. Good day. My Atletico Madrid, what is his name? Diego Simeone. He's one of my best coaches in the world. I know he will.
Much. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap up today's edition of Today's Sports Live, the first part of the show where we talk basically European football, Reliance and Mecca, and Priya would be here to let you in on all there is to know about Nigerian football. I did the show with Wisdom Obina, Dorcas Koki, and of course the MVP, Timmy Harrison. My name is Victor Ariahi, urging you to stay safe, stay home if possible, but make sure you stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. The second part, we'll be right back.
Lock your gears with mine, let us start to connect. It's about that time, let us start to reflect. They said we'll never live, they said we'll fall and die. But through the struggles and the pain, my people will arise. And when they try to hate us, we circumnavigate. Cause I don't care what they say, my people is the greatest. They wanna hold us out, we're looking to the sky with tears flowing down our eyes. We know that we will fly, but we have passed the test. The spot rises, let me take you away. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Sunshine or rain, through every terrain.
Everywhere I turn, it's football, football. There's your fairy tale.
So why not join in the action, intrigues, excitement, and fun?
Just doesn't get better than this.
Many stars have continued to shine with every eighth, every race. Premium news, talk, and sports radio station. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
That sounds like so much fun.
Weekdays after the news at 3. It's interactive, it's engaging, and don't forget, your voice is priority.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
Good day, our highly revered football enthusiasts and lovers. My name is Amaju Melvin Pinnick, President of Nigerian Football Federation. The world is passing through an unprecedented phase of challenges occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. We all love the beautiful game. It has brought huge joy, fame, and fortune. But we must pause and take a deep breath. We must know that we are all vulnerable to this pandemic. We must join the global army in eliminating this scourge from the planet Earth. We must listen to the dictates of our government. We must listen to the dictates of the World Health Organization and other reputable institutions in order to stay at home. By doing so, this war would have been 90% won. Football is played out and maintains social distancing where necessary. The watchword at this point in time is discipline, and we must be able to discipline ourselves. Nigerian Football Federation, the Congress, the Executive Committee.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's time is now. In case you forgot or fell off.
And what time it is? It is the time series of Today 95.1 FM right here in the Golden City of Port Harcourt. And in this segment of the show, we discuss totally everything that have to do with Nigerian football. You know, as we said, to get the show started proper. I remain your reliable radio spokesman, the classical gentleman. My name is Reliance O'Daniel, and I will be your lead anchor on the show. So I have to call you Odogu of sports.
My name is...
just add the Odogu to something, you know, so that we can garnish it for you.
No, my name is Emeka Deda for now.
We know.
Odogu is unofficial, you know. I'm still considering it, but in the meantime, good evening, Nigerian football.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are still staying safe and staying home. Maintaining all the safety guidelines. COVID-19 is real. Abake already, Chief of Staff to the President, is no more. After contracting COVID-19 about a few weeks ago, he passed on yesterday, we were told, and he's been buried as we even have to speak right now. So you have to take it serious. Stay at home when necessary and also maintain all those safety guidelines. Wash your hand properly with hand sanitizers and what have you. Do all that you're asked to do. This thing is real, and this. You don't know. We have not been tested properly here in Port Harcourt. You never can tell how many cases we have. So just maintain all those safety guidelines.
It is really, really necessary for us to maintain the safety guidelines. For those that were, like Thomas, doubting the reality of this stuff, I think, unfortunately, it had to happen that way. But what can we say? It's very unfortunate. But the main thing, what's important is maintain social distancing, the strict rules that have been given out by health experts on how we can prevent the spreading of this. And I can tell you for a fact that the earlier we observe the measures put in place by health experts for us to prevent the spreading of this stuff, the better, or the earlier we return to our normal life. But here we're not here to discuss COVID-19 on the show, just that there is no way we can do without talking about it, because it's one thing that is putting everything to a halt. I listened to Amaju Pinnick giving out that particular message. At some point, I felt emotional. But on the show this evening, we shall be looking at the Nigerian Professional Football League, what's happening around there. And there's something that I've been thinking about, Emeka. Nigerian Professional Football League. Like, you know, if you go to the Spanish La Liga, it's called Spanish La Liga. We go to the EPL, English Premier League, but our own, we had to put that word profit. Why are we of the habit of always finding a way?
Even the one in our is called the International.
We must find a way to put that international.
Even though it doesn't meet international standard.
Over there, we have global standard stadiums, you know. You talk about Camp Nou,
it's something that is, very peculiar in Nigeria. We are fond of
It's all right.
Chief doctor, engineer, one man, and if you don't give all those titles, you're in trouble. If you mention the name without, ascribing all those titles to the person, the person could even take you to court and all that. So that is it. It doesn't matter the titles. All you need to do is work very well. Result is what matters. At the end of the day, the big names, the big titles take you nowhere. Enyimba International Stadium. At some points, they were not even eligible to host CAF competitions because the stadium did not meet a required standard. No floodlights, no terraces, not in good shape, and all that. Yet, we still give that name behind closed. Was it even in the Champions League? Yes, behind closed doors against Rahimo, the one they won 5-0 right there in Aba. Behind closed doors because the stadium did not meet the standard at the time, and the fans were not allowed to watch. So at the end of the day, that is where we find ourselves.
It's not about name. It's not about name. We should try to
about the titles.
It's not about the titles. If you do what you ought to do, the title will just come on its own.
You didn't even need a title. You necessarily need the title. What did the title want to do your name? I don't know what. Yes, I understand. Here in Nigeria, yes, everywhere in the world, a medical doctor after graduating from school, is inducted into the Association of Medical Doctors and what have you. Yes, he's honored by university. Honorary doctorate degrees awarded to the person. The title changes as well.
Automatically.
How do we even know who is the medical doctor now and who is the honorary doctor who did not study medicine one day and all that?
All right.
but that's where we find ourselves. At the end of the day, we should just take it like that.
It's okay. We'll continue, but we'll try and do what's right anyways. Do not forget that you can be a part of the show. Our feedback platforms are SMS on WhatsApp portal 0701 9339 962. I'll take that again as slowly as I can. 0701 9339 962. You can as well hit us on Twitter. We are at Today95.1 at Today95.1. You can copy me at Reliable Rely. Rely is spelled RALY. You can as well copy Emeka at Emeka Dana, and your thought will be is allowed, but make it constructive, and let's be what should I use? Should I say polite?
Yeah.
When we are making our contributions on the show this evening. Let's start from the Nigeria Professional Football League. A little bit unconventional, Emeka. I want to ask, do coaches in the league, do they have the right to speak their mind or to criticize when necessary if the LMC, anything they feel the LMC are not doing right, Emeka, do they have the right to aid their minds to the press and constructively criticize them
and get punished at the end of the day?
When you say and get punished at the end of, that's what I'm asking. Do they own that right?
Expression.
Okay.
You have the right of expression.
Okay.
You can express your grievances or otherwise, even if it has to do with the presidency. President Buhari, you have the constitutional right to express your mind, your thoughts on that situation, as the case may be. You have to also be civil about it, so you don't end up maligning the person of the president, and at the end of the day getting yourself court cases and what have you and all that. Civility is the word there. At the end of the day, you have got the right. Now let's come to the MPFL. The MPFL is played with rules and regulations.
All right.
They have the framework and rules guiding the MPFL. It appears that one of them is that the coaches are not supposed to speak in a certain manner to the press regarding the league. Now, in a manner that will bring the league to disrepute. It doesn't matter whether what they are saying is true or not. I think that's one of the provisions of the MPFL. And the coaches are also ready to also speak mainly now on technical matters, on football matters, on or off the pitch, football matters, as it were. I don't know where your question is coming from. I hope it's not what I'm thinking. The coaches have got the right to air their thoughts, especially when it has to do with footballing matters. But like I said earlier, the LMC have got the provision that forbids them from speaking about the league in a certain manner. They will always say in a manner that will bring the league to disrepute. You don't speak in such manner, and that is it.
Now,
Eguma, for instance, after a football match between his club, Rivers United, and Enyimba, has the right to talk to the press. In fact, he's even mandated to do so. failure to do so should even attract a fine. So he has the right to express, his thoughts regarding the match. Questions will be asked him during the press conference about what happened on the field of play, and that's why you usually hear him here. We play his interview. Same for other coaches, all the other 19 coaches in the league. Same for them. You understand?
Yeah.
It's something that should happen before and after the matches. So it's they have the right to express their thoughts. But it has to be on footballing matters. Yeah, exactly.
Not administrative matters. Anyways, this one.
Well, that's where I'm not comfortable with the the regulation. But come on, I think there's also sense in it. Because let's say you, for instance, you work with Today FM, and of course we are here, and something is not going down well. There's a mechanism for you to address your grievances. You can report to the chairman of the company. You can report to the head of station. You can equally report to your immediate head in your department. You understand? So rather than going to social media, tweeting or granting interviews to other media outlets regarding what's happening internally here, I think that's where the LMC could find coaches who express their thoughts outside the
Anyways, Rivers United made a release signed by the media officer of the club of the club dissociation itself from comments made by the coach of the side, Stanley Eguma. According to the release, it's really part of it. It says, meanwhile, Rivers United FC has dissociated itself from comments made in developing the league. Conveniences caused by his comments and necessary interval review is being undertaken to avoid future occurrence. Consequently, Rivers United wish to apologize. So, just like you said, coaches are humans as well, at which they are allowed to speak.
Exactly. I mean, even in your own case, like I did cite an instance, using you as a staff of Today FM.
Yeah.
If you do what I said initially, you could be fired.
True.
You understand?
True.
You could be fired, without any compensation. You could be fired because you're dragging the image of the company to the mud, so to say. Interview to our own Dorcas here. We played that interview here on. If you look at the issues he raised on, in the interview, you can't fault him. I mean, these are things that are happening. He said it's spot on. In fact, he didn't even say it's. He didn't even, include every other, most of the things happening. He just highlighted a few things in the league that are not going down well. One, there was no television. There hasn't been television for the past 2-3 seasons now in the league. Which brings money to this club, so I can see the league. I mean, you're playing here in Port Harcourt, someone in Lagos is watching live as well. You're playing in Aba, someone in Akure is watching, if you have it on DSTV or depending on the broadcaster that you're using. Apart from that, the TV company will pay huge sums of money to the LMC. I mean, take for instance, the previous deal was worth about $34.5 million. I mean, they got most part of those monies before the deal was severed. And at the end of the day, depending on the ration now, they could get as much as 10 million, 20 million to start the league. I remember the season where Sharks and Dolphins got 10 million, and they went as far as buying, I think it was 15 million naira. They went as far as buying buses, coaster buses for the team for that season. Instead of getting the buses now from the state government, it goes a long way in helping. That was one of the worst problems they encountered last season. This current season, I should say. He also talked about the fact that we don't have adequate healthcare facilities in the club. In the clubs, and I mean, we saw the case of Chineme Martins, who died because in the MPFL. Just as it happened to Nasarawa United, and Chineme Martins became the casualty there. If you go around the clubs, most of them are matches and all that, and they usually get away with it. Unfortunately, it happened the only league match from there. I mean, you know what that means? You're spending over a day, at least over a day on the road. In fact, you get to a point where you have to sleep, and the next morning very early,
continue the journey,
and you get there to play the next day, and you're fatigued already. We can't get this out of you in that situation. Vice versa for teams coming from the north, Kano Pillars traveling by road to Uyo to play, or to Aba to play Imba and all that. You can't get the best from this players. So it happens that it's something that we all know. We talk about it here week in, week out, and the man stated it in no unclear terms. Unfortunately, the statement was the comments were even going forward. I think we need to attack those points to make the league better. I told you about an Enyimba player, a Cameroonian who signed for Enyimba. He didn't play, I mean, for 3. He was not even there for up to. I can't take this. We don't do this in Cameroon. I can't take this. The man packed his bags, cancelled his contract. They officially agreed. He left by mutual consent. And cool. Yeah, the ex-Ghana international. He did also complain about that in his hometown in Ghana, that that was not the case. Here in Nigeria, it's something that is becoming a norm. It's the norm now. And at the end of the day, it's not good for us. It doesn't bring out the best in these players. Our friend Gordon Inahina once said, with the Savannah Conference, teams in the north play amongst themselves, teams in the south and west play amongst themselves. That's the regional and Savannah Conference in basketball. So why won't we do it in football if it is the way forward, if it can help us? Then at the end of the day, we'll go for the playoffs. We saw the playoffs last season. It was on TV, it went well. We had the top 2 teams or top 3 teams from each conference will now come to decide the overall champions. I think it's not completely out of place if you look at it very well. It is done in some effective. You can move from England to one of some of these European countries by train, and it's pretty fast, underground train and what have you. So said. Unfortunately, the LMC sort of go about it in that manner. But come on, look at what he highlighted. They are all spot on. He didn't even add the fact that I had to talk about the officiating, the improvements we have witnessed in the officiating
this season.
You don't condemn that man. You don't sanction him for saying such.
Saying the truth.
The aim of that been in the league for over 15 years.
True.
He has paid his dues there. He's the league champion with both Enyimba and Rivers United. Of course, as Dolphins, people like that talk, you listen to them.
True.
You should tackle the problem rather than tackling the man, even though the rule book says otherwise.
Attack the problems or attack the message and do not attack the man. Words of Emeka Dena on the issue where Rivers United made a release disassociating itself from the comment made by their own manager Stanley Eguma, where the man highlighted certain deficiencies in the running of the Nigeria professional.
Well, on the other hand, for doing a job well done, damage control, someone described it as story war, trying to make the situation look good to avoid any further sanction.
To avoid the unseen.
Yeah, exactly. Let's say things the way they are. We know what is obtainable. We see what we are doing now. It's anything but a professional football league. We haven't started. We have a very long way to go. And the league to television, sanitize the league, make it, beautiful. This league was the toast of all eyes in the 70s, in the 80s, and even in the 90s. Fans come out in their numbers to watch league matches. The stars were here. The league was. Even the players delight. The young players want to play in the MPFL. Today, that is not the case. The player leaves the MPFL, goes to Egypt. He tells you he's not missing anything about it.
We head straight to United as the best team in the Nigeria Professional Football League this season, adding that the just based outfit deserves the title if the current campaign.
They are the best team. In as much that some things still nobody know what is going to happen. Play under closed door that they want to give play to is work on development. Plateau United for me now, good on the road. That is the truth.
Plateau United are the best team in Nigeria. Words of fidelity to Plateau United that they so deserve it. Emeka, we keep hammering on this issue. If the LMC should, depending on whatever the situation, whatever it happens later in the future could be tomorrow, it could be even 1 hour from now. Should they hand over the title to team in the league?
Yeah, but he's spot on. He's spot on. Plateau United have been quite impressive this season.
Okay.
They have the best number of points away from home, compared to Aqua United -4 or thereabouts. So you can't look, you begin to think they sold their spots to Kwara United. Yes, they were down by a goal to nothing at some point in that encounter before bouncing back to win 3-1 in Asaba away from home. They've been able to put 5 past this season, 1-0 win against Jigawa.
Mention the tradition call that
they
injures at home.
They played that goal as well. We can remember the opening game of the season where they beat Lobby Stars 3-1. There's also, not all teams have played the highest number of goals than any other.
The tussle we've seen at the summit of the table between Plateau United themselves, Rivers United, Lobby Stars, and maybe potentially Enyimba.
No, it's only natural that you call them the best team based on their position. You understand? We're not looking at we're not
still remain top of the table.
Exactly. No, they are the best. Yes, we have enjoyed the competition between them at some point with Lobby Stars and Rivers United. We are 1 point separated, and where it was even goal difference, where they were even second on the log. When Lobby Stars was on top of them and all that. Now Lobby Stars are now third and all that. So we have enjoyed that tussle, that twist and turn, amongst the top three there, we've really enjoyed it. But, take nothing away from Plateau United. We'll go with Ilechukwu that they are the best. 25 matches for Plateau United, 25 for Range, for
Aqua
United,
Rivers
United, but 20 only for Enyimba.
It happened.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, what if they repeat it?
Okay.
That will give them 15 points. Add it to the 36 that they have. They will be ahead of Plateau United.
True.
You understand? Yeah. Plateau United have got 49 points. Enyimba will be on 52 points.
But
okay, 51 points. 51 points. And, so you can't.
Right now, here's the thing. Enyimba had before they played a couple of the outstanding matches, and we now have 5 remaining. I think they had more than 5.
Yeah, they had 6 at some point.
6, yeah. No. Emeka, here's my point. They were leagues. We do have
a match that you play on Saturday. You should believe they will first of all go to Lagos or Abuja, depending on where they are traveling from. They will go to Lagos early in the morning. Now they will North Africa. Sometimes you see them travel via Turkish or Air Morocco. They will need to go to the base of they are traveling via to Egypt. And on getting there, things you see a journey that is supposed to take you maybe 4 or 5 hours. You're spending that is the situation in Africa. Now here's the thing: the league and what have you. They play Champions League games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at night. Here we play our Champions League games on Saturdays and Sundays. Yes, sometimes we play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but that will mean that even here in Nigeria, the clubs who are involved in the CAF, Rangers got eliminated from the competition early, and they've played a lot of their outstanding matches. They have only one left now. So that is the situation, and you're aware of this.
So it's justified. Yeah. It's not an indictment.
Some cases where they could have helped. All right, Enyimba is supposed to play the midweek game, focus on the CAF confederation, and it keeps on increasing. Be played on Sundays or Saturdays as well on Sunday. So they have to miss that weekend there. The outstanding matches keep coming. Sometimes you see these CAF Champions League games or Confederation Cup games that are coming after 1 week. You go for the reverse fixture and all that. So
we continue. Let's pay some bills, and then the show continues after now. Do stay with us.
All of you, he said that Lord will save Daniel from the hand of lion, go surely save us from the hand of this coronavirus. And Baba talk and say, make anybody wake him or anything way no they allow you to sleep well. Some people no get job, some people get job, no profit. Some people get profit, but they don't know how then they spend that. See, God himself don't talk and say no problem without solution. See, I know they talk too much, Daddy. Just call at the Today for consultation, counseling, and special prayer. 081 670 49592. Put them down, 081 670 49592. Then they can pay for number 22 to Beto Kosa Street by NTA Junction. Igbuoba Port Harcourt. The two Olodumare say, make una do the thing where government talk. And
no matter the stage, there's a bit of greatness in every man. There's power to rise. There's power to conquer. There's power inside. There's a gift in every man.
From the studios of Today 95.1 FM, everything happening in the scene of Nigerian football, starting off from the Nigeria Professional Football League, where we talked about Fidelis in the club, and then we move on to discuss Fidelis Ilechukwu saying that Plateau United are the best team in the league after 25 matches. Then on the show this evening, Emeka, looking at Fidelis Ilechukwu's comments, critically, is it the case of personal interest? Will it benefit him anywhere if the league, is ended today, and then trophy handed over to Plateau United? Is that what instigated him to make the comment, or the man is just being truthful?
Well,
or factual, I should say.
I don't know from where he's coming from, but I think he was able to have done well. Look at the record of goals scored.
Abdul Maikama will tell you that.
If you look at that, he's spot on.
Okay.
When it comes to saying they are the best, will that benefit him in any way? Ilechukwu is the coach of Heartland FC. That's not the case. He was actually eulogizing another club that has been brilliant. If Plateau United declared 32 points, from 25 matches. Heartland FC. Okay. Now, here's the thing: they are not safe. Okay. We have seen them benefit from this kind of situation before. In 2017, when Lobby Stars were put forward, when the league was, we had go down. Okay. Now the team on 17th position, Nasarawa United have got 29 points. So Heartland are just right now. Then it means those clubs who stand the risk of going down, will now be safe automatically, like we saw in awarding the title to Plateau United.
Ending the league, handing Plateau United a trophy after 25 match days,